up guys, karibu sana. In case you're new here, welcome and thank you for stopping by. In case you're a subscriber, thank you once again for coming back for more and more content. So today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of doing your graduate degree in your 20s, not exactly in your 20s but in your early 20s, that is at the age between 20 to 25. Yeah, so I recently graduated. Okay, I know by the time I'm posting this my commencement ceremony will be done, so I will it suits it to say that I recently graduated with my master's degree, a dual master's degree. And I'm so excited. I mean, it's been such a tough journey. The sleepless nights, well, I think even for my undergraduate degree I wasn't this excited, because I feel like I'm so relieved. I feel like I'm so excited. Let me tell you guys, graduate school can be so stressing. Even in case you're watching this and you've gone through graduate school, you know what I'm talking about. I think the higher you go, the hotter it becomes, because things become hot, things become so tight, you have lots of responsibilities, you have lots of things to do, your schedules are tight and everything. Like, you have to juggle everything up and down. But then I have mad respect for people who are able to juggle family, work and school, especially if you're able to juggle family, especially the ladies. If you can see, like, there's perhaps we are schooling with some people who are young parents, and I know it can be quite stressing, but well, cheers and salute to you guys. So back to my topic, the pros and cons of doing a master's degree in your early 20s. So which should I start with, the pros or the cons? Well, I think I should start with the cons so that we'll get the pros later. Start with the bad news, then get it neutralized with the good news. Otherwise, if you start with the good news, you might get too happy and then the bad news comes and puts you off. So the cons of doing a master's degree at the age between 20 to 25. One of the cons is that one of the disadvantages is that most of the times you do not have a lot of work experience here. Because in such a case you'll find like you did your undergraduate degree immediately and then got enrolled for a master's degree, or else just did an internship and then went back to school. But I think most of the times for the people below 25, I think when you're doing your master's degree, you just get out of your undergraduate and immediately sign up for your graduate degree. So the fact that you'll not have a lot of work experience, it will disadvantage you in the sense that, especially if your master's degree is something very practical. Basically, in a master's class, it's very different from a undergraduate class. In an undergraduate class, you'll be talking more about the concepts and just what you read in the book, sorry. But for a graduate class, you'll be having more of practical examples. So if you're in the same class with people who have perhaps people in their 30s, these people, they have a lot of work experience, they have experienced the industries. So when it comes to perhaps the classwork or the discussions, you might be disadvantaged at the fact that you do not have much of the work experience to give you a clear view of how the industry is like, which is one of the things for the graduate school, what it's all about. But to cap that, you will need to do a lot of reading. You have to read lots of books, you have to read and get to know the current affairs, because of the fact that you're not in the industry, you will need to read a lot to be able to catch up with the people who have experienced the industry. So that is one of the disadvantage of doing a graduate, or rather I'll just use a master's degree, it's easier, of doing a master's degree before you're 25. Another disadvantage is that let's say you're in a group and your group is made up of people who are working and schooling, perhaps even people who are 30, 40, even at 40s. if you're having group discussions, most of the times we have to do lots of the work. Okay, it's not necessary, but it's just the fact that you'll find they're a bit slow in the timing, and since you do not want you still want to get the marks from the group work and the knowledge, you'll find that perhaps you're having you're setting up meetings for late nights, as opposed to perhaps you've been free during the day because maybe you're not working, perhaps your evenings are free, but because of having to learn with people who have tight schedules, you'll have to bear up with them, and you'll be having meetings that adapt to late night or something, and then maybe you'll be finding yourself volunteering to do lots of the work after the discussion. Maybe you'll be doing the compiling because you have time at your disposal. Well, either way, just ensure everyone participates, make the group fun, and learn from them as much as you can. Yeah, although that will come to the advantages. So that is the second disadvantage of doing your masters when you're below 25. Another thing is that another thing is that I think after you're done with your masters and you're ready to get into the work environment, people will be like, oh, you have a master's degree, oh my god, like people have this image of you, you're so focused, you're so young, you're already doing your masters, like there'll be so many expectations from society. People will expect a lot from you, after your first degree. A lot of people go different ways. There are people who choose to go to the entrepreneurship journey. There are people who start families. There are people who just be themselves. Others remain unemployed, and then you choose on the path to go to school. So people will have lots of expectations from you. You have 2 degrees, like you've done your master's degree. There's that expectations, and like you're among the elite or something. But I think don't put too much pressure on yourself. Personally, I value growth, self-growth. Personal growth is something that's very crucial to me. I take every opportunity as a learning step, and I think the fact that I love growth, I take every opportunity as it comes, and I take it as a chance to better myself, perhaps acquire a skill, perhaps get exposure, and keep on learning. I believe that with every day, it's an opportunity to learn. You have to learn from the world, learn from other people, learn from your experiences, among others. So those are some of the cons of doing your master's degree below 25. Am I forgetting something? Okay, I'll not focus much on the cons. Oh yeah, let me just mention this one. I should have started with this one, hey, because I've been thinking it. Another con of doing your masters at below 25 is that, especially if you're working and then you're having your classes perhaps in the evening and the weekends, your social life is going to be affected very, very, very much. This is where you find yourself, you cut off some people, not literally cutting off, but you just went silent on them. You were too busy to check up on them, they were too busy, and then you've got a whole lot of things on your table. Imagine you're waking up in the morning, you have to go to work, and then in the evening, so for example, in my case, my classes were at 6. Okay, it was actually 5:40, from 5:40, but it was like 6. So you've gotten from work at 5:40, you have to be in class, that is until 9 p.m. Then after 9 p.m, perhaps that's when you'll be thinking about what to eat. Sometimes you'll just be too tired to cook, or just to cook, and you have time. You really you really be so busy, and your schedule will be so tight. So imagine that is your schedule for maybe the entire week, or maybe 3 times a week, because if you do not have class, perhaps you have group works, you have assignments to do, and then you could also be having some classes in the weekend, that is on Saturday, and then maybe on Sunday, that is when you have to go to church, and maybe you're just too tired. People will even be inviting you for a group meetup, and you just decline the invitation, not because you don't want, but you're just so tired. Like, it will be so tired, you're so fatigued, you do not want to go out with people. And it's not because you're proud or something, it's not because you do not have the time. You could just set up some time for yourself to relax. Yeah, so this is a stage where you're going to decline many offers, you're going to cut off most of your friends, or rather distance yourself. Let me just use distance, because I think cut off brings that aspect like it's intentionally, you're cutting people off, it's new year, you're cutting people off and stuff, but that's not exactly what I mean. What I mean is that people are going to distance yourself from you, or rather you're going to separate, basically, because with adulting also comes lots of responsibilities. But above all, choose your peace. Do not stress yourself up just because you want to please other people at the expense of your peace. You'll need that time, and after all, when the time comes, we appreciate everything that comes with it, every sacrifice, the sleepless nights. Well, there'll be lots of sleepless nights, the hard work, the sacrifice, but thinking of it right now, I think it's all worth it. Like, literally, it's all worth it. All the sleepless nights, all those days you have to you have to go off work. Like, it can be quite tricky, it can be quite a toll on yourself, and you might even have mental health issues. But thinking of it, it's all worth it when you find yourself created, when you get to learn, and just the experience is amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think this video is already too long. That is 12 minutes so far. Oh my god, I didn't even find myself speaking this much. So since I don't like, you people know I don't like doing long videos, I'm just going to cut it off there, and then in my next video I'm going to tell you about the advantages of doing your master's degree when you're below 25. Hey, you better subscribe, and you better tune in and wait to listen the good things that come with doing your master's degree when you're below 25. So until next time, my name is Purity, and this is the Ms.Matheri show. Bye bye.